Hey, this is Todd Phillips, your online pastor and personal life coach, here to talk about how to prioritize your life. I can't tell you the number of times I get emails and Facebook comments about how do I set priorities in my life, whether it's in my personal life with my family, my job, whatever it might be. Now, there's a lot of things we can talk about in here, but I want to really focus in on three things. And they may sound simple, but what I want to encourage you to do is this. Ask the simple question, am I doing this, right? So you may have heard these things many times before, but until we're applying these things to our lives, we're not setting priorities in the right way. So the first thing I want to talk about is the idea of don't stop prioritizing other people's emergencies. Now, you may be saying, Todd, look, I work every day in customer service. I'm dealing with everyone else's emergencies all day long. Listen, if that's your job, that's your job. But there are a lot of us that what we do is we will get emails, for example, or we'll get text messages or phone calls, voicemails. And what we'll start to do is we'll prioritize what other people perceive as an emergency. And listen, every one of us, when we make a phone call, most of us are going to be, if we're honest with ourselves, are going to say, listen, this is something I want done right now, right? Now is always better than later. But we can't allow other people's emergencies to dictate our lives. If we're not careful, other people's perceived emergencies will start to drive our entire day, especially at work. Because of social media and because of emails and all the way we function and interact with each other, we're constantly being dripped information. We're constantly being dripped requests. We're constantly being given other people's emergencies. And so we've got to be very careful to prioritize our lives not around other people's emergencies, but around our set of priorities, right? What's important to us at the time. Now, that doesn't always work. Our boss may come to us and say, listen, this thing needs to be done right now. Stop everything else you're doing and focus on this. That's reality. We have to deal with those situations at different times, but for many of us, we've gotten into a bad habit of just reacting to other people's perceived emergencies. So I would encourage you to stop doing that. I know it sounds crazy and it sounds almost too simple, but instead of going to Twitter, instead of going to Facebook, instead of going to our emails on a regular basis and reacting to everything that comes our way, if we see issues, we start to prioritize them based on how productive we're able to be in a given day. Is this one thing right here going to get me off track? And if so, it can wait. All right. The second thing I want to talk about is stop prioritizing what's easy. Now that may sound crazy, but let me talk a little bit about this with you, because I think once you understand it, it'll really help you to reprioritize, reschedule the things of your life each day, especially at work. I talk to so many people, and I've done this before too, and I've tried to pull away from this pretty aggressively. What I'll do is I'll go through my emails, I'll go through my texts and my voicemails, and I'll start grabbing the things that I think are the easiest to get done as quickly as possible. The problem with that is I've gone through entire days where I'm doing all the easy stuff, and then the really productive, meaningful things that move us down the road in my job or the career, the ministry that I'm involved with, I'm just busy doing all these easy, small things just to get them out of the way. And we can spend an entire day just getting that stuff out of the way. There are so many things that hit us from all sides. And all I would say is this, that prioritizing things based on easy is not going to help you in the long run. It sounds like a great way to get things done, but you can be doing a lot of busy work and very little productive work. So stop prioritizing other people's emergencies and stop prioritizing easy. Just because it's easy to get done doesn't mean it's the best thing to do right now. And number three, start prioritizing the things that make you most productive, the things that give you most meaning in life, the things that drive the purpose, the very center of who you are. I'll give you a great example. I have a very good friend of mine who's also a co-worker at The Last Well, this ministry where I work at full time. And at The Last Well, we have emergencies come up all the time. We do ministry in Liberia. We're based out of the States, but we do ministry, evangelistic, and water provision work in this West African country of Liberia. And there's always emergencies. There's always challenges. But I have a very good friend and co-worker who reacts to other people's emergencies and reacts to what's easy, and he has very little time in his life. He and I've talked about this. He has very little time in his life for the things that he feels most productive in, that give him the most passion, the most sense of purpose. And so what we've been working on over the last few months is helping him understand how to take his 8-hour day and how to prioritize things that mean the most, that move the ball down the field the most. that give him more passion, that don't suck the life out of him and drain him of energy, but give him life and give him energy. And he's been able to do that. And as we've gone through that process, as he's walked away from easy and emergency and walked into this idea of prioritizing purpose and passion, it's transformed his life. Now, that doesn't mean we don't deal with other people's emergencies. It doesn't mean we don't eventually address those easy issues. And sometimes they are the first things we do each day. But setting aside time each day to really focus on the priorities, the big things, allowing ourselves some time for reflection. See, if we're so busy doing those emergency things and those easy things, we never sit back and have enough time to reflect on the things that are most important. One of the biggest challenges in life is time for reflection. Now I want you to think about this. When was the last time you were able to sit back at your job or even after work is over, at home, in a quiet space, and just reflect on the important things of life? Most people I talk to will tell you that their entire day is a day of reaction. They're never proactive about these things that are important. They're just reacting to the emergencies of the day. So stop prioritizing easy, stop prioritizing emergencies, and start focusing in each day and prioritize. Put at the top of the list the things that push the ball down the road, that mean the most to you, that drive your purpose and your passion and give you meaning. I hope that helps. Until we see each other again, live passionately, give generously, and impact this world for God. Hey, it's Todd. Did you get something out of the video you just watched? I really hope you did. I mean, that's my passion, to give you something that can be applied rightly to your life right now. Listen, if that happened, I want you to go right here and just click on this subscribe button, and it'll take you straight to the page so you can subscribe to my blog and get this content coming to your inbox every week. I hope you'll let me do that. I hope you'll allow us to be on this journey together. We'll see you soon.